I declare this ceremony open. Please be seated. Colleagues, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, as Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I welcome you to this graduation ceremony for Nottingham Law School. I also welcome our honorary graduand, Paul Bowden. The university gives great consideration in offering these honorary degrees, and we are delighted when persons of such distinction wish to join our community. Paul, I know you will be an inspiration to our students, and we are all looking forward to hearing your thoughts later in the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, these ceremonies are the highlight of the academic year. It is the time when we share in and celebrate the success of our students and your sons and daughters, partners and family friends. So to our graduands, on behalf of my academic colleagues, I offer you our heartfelt congratulations on the academic achievements that are about to be recognised. I would also like you to pause for a moment to think about those people who have supported you as you have made this journey, in particular, your family and friends. Graduands, please join me in a round of applause to thank all those people who have helped you along the way to reaching this goal. It has been another very successful year for our university. As we take pride in being a teaching-intensive university, I will start with a few highlights arising from our educational provision. All higher education institutions in the UK are reviewed every 5 years by the Quality Assurance Agency in order to examine the quality and standards of teaching. We had our quinquennial review in February, and I'm delighted to report that we were not only judged to have met all national expectations, but we were also commended for our examples of best practice. In particular, our focus on the employability of our students and our relationship with employers. This included the development of the University Employability and Enterprise team over the last 3 years to enhance graduate prospects. The most recent data show that our graduate employment rate continues to rise. We remain committed to innovation and enhancement within our curriculum. The university moved up 6 places in this year's Guardian University Guide, thanks to improved scores for student satisfaction in course quality, teaching and feedback. The most recent National Student Survey results reported that 87% of our students were satisfied or very satisfied with the university, ahead of the sector average, and we were ranked 13th in the National What University Student Choice Awards. The Guardian Awards this year saw Nottingham Trent take both first and second place in the Teaching Excellence category, recognition of our bold approach to new methodologies of teaching and learning. We also won the prestigious Times Higher Education Award for Student Experience, with our Student Dashboard, an online system that enables personal tutors to better support students in enhancing their professional development. These are all clear signs that Nottingham Trent's commitment to innovation in teaching and learning is having a strong impact on you, our students, in relation both to your satisfaction with the things that really matter to you and your employment prospects when you graduate. While we're a teaching-intensive university, we're also an enterprise university. We have a long-standing reputation for courses that incorporate sandwich years. Increasing numbers of our students undertake work placements. The Hive, which provides active support for new student business startups, has helped create 400 companies over the last 14 years. 70% are still trading, employing over 500 people and turning over in excess of £11 million a year. Nottingham Trent won the 2015 Guardian Business Engagement Award for our greenhouse gas project, where students work as consultants to small companies to reduce their carbon footprint. This is consistent with Nottingham Trent being one of the greenest universities in the world. We were ranked 4th in the People and Planet University Green League in 2015. The university adopts an entrepreneurial approach across all its activities. We are a major shareholder in Notts TV, the most successful local BBC television franchise, and we have taken a stake in the National Video Games Arcade here in Nottingham. Such projects enable us to fully integrate work experience into the curriculum. More broadly, BioCity, co-founded by NTU, is one of the most successful life sciences startup incubators in Europe. It provides facilities, shared services, and investment to new and growing bioscience companies. Underpinning all we do is research and scholarship. As with our teaching, our research is also evaluated by peers once every 5 years in a process called the Research Excellence Framework. The most recent results were published last December. 100% of NTU research submitted under biomedical sciences, business and management, psychology, was categorized as world-leading or internationally excellent. We have a number of world-renowned research groups that have attracted significant international funding. One such group of which we are particularly proud is the John Van Geest Cancer Research Centre, which was established here at Nottingham Trent by a significant founding gift and is doing crucial work to find a cure for breast and prostate cancer. Central to the success of our students is the commitment and talent of the academic staff here at the university, many of whom join me here on stage today. These are the people who have enabled you to achieve your ambitions during your studies with us. In addition, there are many university staff in professional roles who have helped you in student services, student support, catering, security, and so on. I know that these colleagues take as much pride as any of us in working for a university that empowers students to fulfill their aspirations. Again, graduates, I ask you to join with me in showing your appreciation of their efforts. The other major contributor to the success of the university is Nottingham Trent Students' Union, and I'm delighted to tell you that they have won the National Union of Students' Students' Union of the Year Award for 2015. Each and every school at Nottingham Trent strives for excellence and to provide exceptional education to our students. And I can share with you today just a few of the successes that we have achieved over the past year. Nottingham Law School is one of the largest university law schools in the UK, and we are very proud of our outstanding and long-established reputation. This year, we held a hugely successful conference on legal education and access to justice, inviting participants ranging from professional regulators and the professional bodies to our own students. Keynote speakers included the school's new dean, Professor Janine Griffith-Baker, who examined what portrayal of lawyers in popular culture tells us about legal ethics and its teaching. We were also delighted to welcome back to the university the former Alumnus of the Year, Amardeep Somal, a stalwart voice for social justice who was also a key speaker. Nottingham Law School also hosted a seminar this year entitled Perspectives on the Islamic Face Veil. The Islamic veil has become the subject of intense controversy across Europe in recent years against a backdrop of a crisis in multiculturalism, religious radicalization, growth in Islamophobia, and international conflict. The issues of the face veil and legal restrictions upon wearing it in some parts of Europe raise serious and difficult questions about the place of religion in modern secular Europe. This seminar aimed to provide a forum for those with different views and perspectives to engage in debate in a supportive and collaborative atmosphere. It demonstrated that within universities, even potentially controversial views can be debated fully and frankly with respect for opposing views. Overall, we provide an excellent education and an excellent student experience to almost 30,000 students, including around 20,000 undergraduates. We are pleased that approximately 3,000 international students drawn from 110 countries choose to study with us each year. In our view, diversity in the student body has educational benefits within and beyond the classroom. In this context, we are proud of being a university that offers opportunities to students from a broad range of backgrounds. We have as many UK undergraduate students from the least well-off households as we do from the most well-off. We believe that promoting participation and encouraging aspiration is central to our social mission. We are proud that we create graduates, like you, who will make strong civic as well as cultural, environmental, and economic contributions to our society. We believe that in doing so, we are making the world a better place for everyone. That is why we value our links to Nottingham, one of the UK's great cities. It is why it is important to us that our students undertake over 40,000 hours of volunteering in the community each year, and that over 450 of our staff also regularly support local charities during working hours. Now that you have graduated, you are one of the alumni of this university. You join a body of over 125,000 former students across the world with whom we are in regular contact. As you may have seen from the display prior to the ceremony, our alumni work in a range of occupations and are notable for their achievements in the private, public, and not-for-profit sectors, both in the UK and around the world. It's a great network. Do use it, and do keep in touch as you make your way in life. In time, consider how you could help future generations of students, as some alumni have helped you with lectures, placements, careers advice, scholarships, and contributions to facilities and research. But that's for the future. Today, enjoy your success with your tutor, family, and friends. Before the Vice-Chancellor admits you to your degrees, I would like to present the Vice-Chancellor's Teaching Award. Goes to a teacher in Nottingham Law School, Jo Boylan-Kemp, where she is Principal Lecturer in Criminal Law and Law of Evidence. She is also a module leader, tutor, staff development coordinator, and a former mistress of the moot. To create memorable, positive learning experiences, Jo has introduced numerous innovations to law modules. She is, for example, one of the university's pioneers in Scale Up, a group work-based, technology-supported, active learning approach which takes place online and in specially adapted classrooms. For this, she helped create the virtual environment of Lexport, a fictitious coastal town with law firms, accountants, schools, local amenities, and a disturbing number of criminals. Lexport provides an engaging but safe environment where students can hone their legal knowledge, critical thinking skills, and complex understanding that they will need in the world of work. In nominating Jo for this award, her colleagues wrote, "She has a compelling, thought-provoking, yet serene and supportive personality that enables her to build strong relationships with students who are able to achieve beyond their expectations and express their ideas, confident they will be valued and responded to constructively." These sentiments are borne out by glowing student feedback, suggesting that Jo embodies what is great about Nottingham Trent University from a student perspective. In recognition of her inspirational teaching, the Vice-Chancellor's Teaching Award is presented to Jo Boylan-Kemp.
Thank you, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, and congratulations to Jo Boylan-Kemp. We will now present graduands with their awards, and I invite the stewards to bring forward the first group. Graduands, as you leave your seats, please remain in your current order to receive your certificates. Professor Edward Peck, Vice-Chancellor of the University, will confer degrees on students from Nottingham Law School. These students will be presented by the Dean, Professor Janine Griffiths-Baker.
Vice-Chancellor, the following have qualified for awards from Nottingham Law School. Doctor of Philosophy, Aruriru Wendy Akpariva, whose research is on business funding in corporate rescue, the UK perspective. Sophie Strecker, whose research is on jurisdiction in and the law applicable to cross-border contractual obligations, the objectives and impacts of the EU's legislative journey. Boniface Chimpango, whose research is on the development of African capital markets, a legal and institutional approach. Master of Business Administration degree in Legal Practice, Melanie Lima Ferreira. Master of Laws degree in Corporate Law, Marcus MacDonald, Charles Mpaka. Yasmin Nat, Cheyenne Shazad Nassim. Master of Laws degree in Competition Law and Intellectual Property Law, Stella Weiss. Master of Laws degree in Environmental Planning and Regulatory Law, Adam Dudinsky, Eva Maria Meister, Monica Niederbring-Brunn. Clara Thornton, Alistair Tyrrell. Master of Laws degree in General Law, Hannah Lillywhite. Master of Laws degree in Health Law, Oliver Linton, Laribab Mekek, Idioma Francis Onkongo. Deborah Cadbury, Hisham Masood. Master of Laws degree in Human Rights, Kate Braithwaite. Master of Laws degree in Insolvency Law, Jean-Luc Hagen. Master of Laws degree in Intellectual Property Law, Johannes Bornhauser, Virginie Lavelle, Linnea Schwengelen. Master of Laws degree in Intellectual Property Law with Corporate Law, Sujani Selva Rajendra Prasad. Master of Laws degree in Intellectual Property Law with Employment Law, Maria Christodoulou. Master of Laws degree in Intellectual Property Law with International Trade, Shital Mani. Master of Laws degree in International Criminal Justice, Nikolaos Varoukouaris. Master of Laws degree in International Criminal Justice and Human Rights Law, Devon Bickerton. Master of Laws degree in International Trade, Ekaterina Sokolova. Master of Laws degree in Legal Practice, Fiona Shaw. Master of Laws degree in Public International Law, Ruth Olawatiose Abiobe. Master of Laws degree in Sports Law, Ilana Miteva. Garura Bibi. Luca Pisano. Adam Towndrow. Master of Laws degree in Sports Law and Employment Law, Martina Rockstein. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours, Jessica Cope, Megan Dale, Rhys Davison. Georgina Farmer, George Faulkner, Georgina Geddes. Edward Gray, Samuel Griffiths, Emily Harris. Connor Keane, Catherine Oliver, Oliver Parsons. Molly Perez-Farr, Paige Smith, Ryan Wallace. Sophie Ron Rees, Shanlin Wu, Amaladi Abed Omi. Isra Abdi, Patrick Addis. Samuel Edeomi, Ayodele Anjarku, Sunday Oluwalia Akani. Duka Amula, Ali Alawati. Rule Amin, Maria Anthony. Victoria Atten, Chichioke Innocent Atuoni, Malik Bala. Gemma Boot, Amdeep Brad, Nicholas Branch. Bethany Brown, James Bunn, Emma Burgess. Laura Campbell, Kimberly Carlin, Isabella Caythorne. Liam Chantry, Vanessa Charlton, Vikram Chinna. Anthony Chin, Ian Chin, Musomi Chowdhury. Chinwe Chukwuemone, Marima Conte, Eleanor Cooney. Jasmine Cramond, Mary Dramola, Joseph Davis. Jack Day, Pauline Dennis, Gurpreet Duali. Mohammed Din, Sarah Dobson, Inderit Jib. Benjamin Edwards, Amy Elliott, Amy Fowler. Sophie Garbett, Mitchell Goodgame, Gregoria Gregorio. Mohammed Haider, Josie Hannant, Abigail Hayter. Christina Hill, Cameron Holness, James Horner. Carly Hughes, Holly Humphreys, Oyinyola Idris. Anil Jack Hu, Ondeep Kaliri, Kirandeep Kaur. Neelam Halil, Sabila Khan, Tia Knaid. Emily Kirk, Dylan Kokulo, Joshua Luckman. Anastasia Lysenko, Paula Macaulay, Adil Mahmood. Zia Mahmood, Amnik Man, Anika Man. Amy McKetchie, Devon McKenna, Latoya McKenzie. Paris McKenzie, Janelle Melbourne, Stephanie Milichik. Shabazz Mohammed, Nicole Moya, Nordine Mushetit. Shamila Nahim, Prudence Nash, George Nicholas. Namisha Nija, Amir Nefuka, Bethany Nixon. Stephen Nunn, Anthea Odemi, Esther Parkinson. Thomas Peck, Siobhan Pepper, Catherine Percival. Matthew Preston Bloom, Rosanna Raham, Karim Raza. Gabrielle Reed, Charlotte Richardson, Hannah Roberts. Stacey Robinson, Atsham Saeed, Serena Satoa. Kavita Sandhu, Kevin Deep Sandhu, Beatrice Surfer. Ryan Simpson, Tariq Singh, Shawaz Sinha. Sitha Signaram, Danielle Sodi, Rebecca Stanworth. Gurpreet Suwali, Walid Tariq, Hayley Thorpe. Sebastian Thorpe, Mitchell Tromans, Chantal Upper. Molly van der Vel, Anil Vatish, Bhupinder Virk. Jonathan Walker, Rebecca Walton, Alicia Watson. Christian Weaver, Sally West, Rowan Warley. Russell Wignall, Amelia Vigasinghe, Ahmad Abdillah. Museva Ahmedi, Amber Allen Thompson. Abdullah Ali Afey, Georgia Andreo. Mufad Ansari, Sara Anna U, Caprice Armstrong. Anisha Ashkar, Amber Amwan. Gurdev Bombra, Se Wei Wai Chan, Lauren Clark. Fala Sade, Koka, Marian Dua, Samuto, Amaredo Okoli. Ame Obidi, Fame Bemi. Ben Ford. Adam French, Cheyenne Giscombe, Shazim Hayamoon. Lois Hutchins. Esther Costa. Hajinder Mahal. That concludes the presentations of awards for the first group of graduates.
I am pleased to invite Stephen Jackson, Chief Financial and Operations Officer, to give the oration for our honorary graduate, Paul Bowden, and to present him to the Vice-Chancellor to receive his award.
Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, back in medieval Europe, plagues, poor nutrition, and in the Industrial Revolution, factory smoke, chemical pollution, and dreadful working conditions took millions of lives before the concepts of public health and environmental protection emerged. In came rules and regulations and disputes about ownership, rights, and responsibilities. Arguments rage about what is the greatest threat to the environment. Is it global warming? Is it overpopulation? Is it human nature itself and its consumption of resources? It's not surprising that society needs scientists, lawyers, philosophers, politicians even, to seek out the checks and balances to safeguard life and the environment. Among those watchdogs in the legal world is our guest of honour, the leading environmental lawyer, Paul Bowden. He's also a great champion of legal education and is a long-standing associate of the university who served for 12 years as chair of the Nottingham Law School. The firm of which he is a partner, Freshfields, Brookhouse and Derringer, is an international law firm with 27 offices across the world. It's descended from an 18th century London outfit who were legal advisors to the Bank of England. They still are, by the way. And the leading German law firms who had their roots in the 19th century. They counted statesmen such as Gladstone and international bankers and business people, the Rothschilds, the Gulbenkians, among their clients. Today, the international legal jungle is denser than anything the firm's founders knew. Paul and his colleagues advise and represent governments, companies, and international organizations involved in all kinds of multinational and multi-jurisdictional businesses. They must deal with internal laws and regulations of many states and with international treaties and conventions. Some of it entails litigation. A lot of it involves navigation through increasingly complex networks. In a world where some industries and organizations face repeated litigation under different jurisdictions, they need lawyers to be their knowledge managers, educators, and pilots. Paul was born in Bolton and joined Freshfields after postgraduate study at Bristol University. He specialises in environmental and product litigation, including dispute resolution and global corporate responsibility. He's a programme leader of the Nuclear Energy Agency's International School of Nuclear Law at the University of Montpellier. This was established in 2001 to train graduates and professionals already in the industry about interrelated legal issues relating to safe, efficient and secure use of nuclear energy. It covers many aspects of nuclear safety and importance for human life and the environment, such as radiation levels, the management of waste, controls on international trade in nuclear material and equipment, and the dangers of trafficking and terrorism. Paul is recognised in legal circles as one of the few people qualified and experienced enough to deliver such a training programme. The World Nuclear Association supports the nuclear power industry in the growing debate about global warming and alternative energy sources. Paul is a director of the association and has recently worked on its task force setup to explore international harmonisation on licensing and permits for nuclear reactors. On the broader professional front, his support and leadership to Nottingham Law School and his work at Montpellier shows his commitment to training lawyers of the future. He has said that people joining the legal profession should treat their careers as a continuation of university, constantly learning, being challenged and stretched, and that the profession should provide a supportive environment. As well as global issues, Paul is concerned about individual rights and the principle of access to justice for everyone on the social spectrum. This is reflected in his legal publications, for example, as the editor of Tolley's Environmental Law Handbook and the author of The Wolf Reforms in Practice. He served on a multi-party action working group in Lord Wolf's Review on Civil Justice in England and Wales in the late 1990s, and was also on the English Joint Bar Law Society Working Party on Civil Justice. To echo the medieval world once again, Paul is a key player in a profession whose practitioners need to combine the wisdom of Merlin and the combative skills of a joust champion. Vice-Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you Paul Bowden, being a person distinguished in eminence and by attainments for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of Law honoris causa in recognition of his outstanding contribution to the conduct of international environmental law and his commitment and support to legal education.
Vice-Chancellor, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Dean, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Nottingham Trent University is really where I learned the law. Long after my own graduation and after years of practice in London, the insight of those who've taught you graduating today, those with whom I was privileged to work as chair of the law school, people who have been able to marry law as an academic discipline and also as a solemn but exciting vocation. The insight of these people at the Nottingham Law School have really directed all that I've tried to do in my work outside Nottingham over the past 20 years. It's been an enormous honour to be associated with Nottingham Trent University, and not least of all today. Now, Mr. Jackson, in his very kind citation, remarked on the significance of things that lie in the past, but which shape our presence and point to our future. And, of course, this year, we've been celebrating the 800th anniversary of the first Magna Carta. But there are actually 3 Magna Carta anniversaries this year, and a remarkable tale. Because this year is also the 790th anniversary of the second edition of the Magna Carta. And this one was signed off on by Henry III, the son of King John. And that was in the summer of 1225. And in that new edition, there appeared a momentous amendment to the original Magna Carta. In this new charter's 3rd recitals, the liberties that were in the first Magna Carta, liberties which it said were to be held in our realm of England forever, were no longer reserved for all free men, a minority of the population, but from 1225 were to be the rights and liberties of the community of the realm. David Starkey's written a recent excellent book on the Magna Carta, and in it he explains that these liberties and fundamental rights, and not least the right to not being imprisoned or in any way victimized without judgment of peers, became, Starkey tells us, in 1225, a right of all people, free and unfree in England, regardless of socioeconomics and regardless of gender. These rights were, from then on, as Professor Starkey tells us, for all of us. And to the 3rd anniversary this year, and this one's really law in action. In August 1265, really just in 2 or 3 weeks' time from now, there was a bit of a to-do down at Peatling Magna. Peatling Magna is just 30-odd miles south of here. In 1265, it was a rural hamlet of around 25 souls. Today, it's more or less a suburb of Leicester. And in August 1265, Peter Neville, the King's local marshal, and his entourage went into Peatling Magna. They roughed up and imprisoned 5 of the leading villagers. They threatened to burn down the village church, and they imposed an arbitrary fine of 25 marks on the village. But that was just the beginning of the story. The villagers of Peatling Magna went to the King's Court, and the case was brought by Thomas the Reeve, and that was the representative who was elected by the village to protect its customary rights. And what we would call today Thomas's cause of action was that Philip Neville, as the King's agent, if you like, a sort of 13th century undersecretary from the Department of Defense, had acted contrary to the welfare of the community of the realm and contrary to the welfare of all free and unfree people in Peatling Magna. Thomas, goodness knows how he knew about this, in this case directly invoked the rights of the amended Great Charter of 1225. And Thomas's case was heard, and it was heard by the King's Justiciars and a jury in Warwick. And if you're interested, you can still find the original record of the proceedings in the Public Record Office at Kew. And Thomas's basic plea was that there was a national community, a community of the realm, to which he and his fellow villagers gave allegiance because their willing membership of that wide community gave them rights, and that included the right to call the agents of government to account. Well, how did the case go for Thomas and his co-claimants? Of course, there were no professional advocates in those days, and even if there had been, the villagers wouldn't have been able to afford one. The court roll tells us that Thomas, with a bit of backup from the parish priest, himself spoke for the community at the court in Warwick. What happened? Well, the judge and jury upheld Neville's fine on the village because of what today, I guess we would call an estoppel defense. But the court also held that, as Thomas had said, Neville's men had used violence against the community of the realm. They'd abused their executive powers, and for that, they should be arrested and tried. Now, the historian Michael Wood says of this extraordinary case that compared with any other legal system of the time, it was a model of equitable judgment. It was the first fruits of the rule of law and respect for basic rights, irrespective of who holds those rights. And Thomas the Reeve, the brave advocate, well, Wood says, for what he did in court, for what he said, he would have met a terrible fate in almost any other society, and not just in the 13th century, but in many other societies right up until this century. And so, what may we take from this? Well, Thomas made his plea, he survived, he won his case, more or less, and as far as we know, he just went back to his business in the Leicestershire countryside. Magna Carta is being justly celebrated on a wide scale this year. But with you who are graduating today, I also want to celebrate the achievement and the example of Thomas the Reeve of Peatling Magna. Wherever your steps next take you, whether it's in the realm of England or elsewhere, what you've learned of the law here of Nottingham, and what you've learned of the law's vital role in sustaining society will stay with you. It'll stay with you forever. Whether you go into legal practice, whether into legal support services, whether it's into industry or into the public or voluntary sectors, your learning of the law at NTU has given you the same understanding and the same voice to speak on behalf of others for freedom under the law and for the law's protection of community, as had Thomas the Reeve in 1265. Whatever communities in your life ahead you're part of, it's as much your duty as it was Thomas's to be prepared to speak carefully but courageously for the community of the realm and for the rights of every person that make all community possible. Vice Chancellor.
Would the stewards please bring forward the next group of graduands? I invite the Vice-Chancellor and Professor Griffiths-Baker to return to their places on stage.
Vice-Chancellor, the following have also been qualified for awards from Nottingham Law School. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours, Matthew Mason, Ije Akuru Belinda Akubuero, Odiaweo Ososo Jr. Beth Perez, Lawrence Proctor. Taberi Salmon, Radhika Shah. Luke Smith, Katarina Stavropoulos, Matthew Tan. Pooja Verma, Lewis Wall. Heidi Wolfenstone, Alex Wright, Hayley Wright. Joseph Wright, Nick Zarika, Varanis, Zahima Na Rahim. Yo Liu, Sam Kalishaw. Eva Kisanga, Christina Calafatis, Pablo Bagaroni. Sophie Drews, Kira Gallagher, Phoebe Najoki Gatoto. Oliver Hunt, Michael Kelly, Alexander Macaulay. Elliot Molster, Stephen Powell, Natasha Alton. Hannah Anaz, Charlotte Ash, Jade Beals. Katie Boyce, Alexandra Sebula, Fern Cook. Ashton Craven, Charlotte Edmondson, Darius Goshenkin. Naomi Matthews, Megan McKeague, Adam McCullough. Matthew Riley, Faith Rowan, Nahidur Chowdhury. Poppy Phipps, Olivia Batsuka, Zoe Gooding. Leanne Hatch, Ian Stark. Raymond Mehait Dado, Lucy Day, Carol Benson. Victoria Bentley, Karis Cranston, Alex Hartnell. Rebecca Inseful, Claire Knowles, Rebecca Lamb. Rosemary McQuaid, Julie Palmer, Julia Raham. Andrew Tierney, Adnan Ali Hukshik. Alonzo Simpson. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in Comparative Legal Studies, Xuan Shui. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in International Law, Joshua Henderson, Mira Luma. Andy Tilly Sharon, Chantal Wilson Cole, Chidose Kwangokwe. Ka Yu Wo, Rebecca Moore. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in law, Tracy Begley, Samuel Berg. Hannah Pai, Sanjoy Kumar Takdure. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in legal studies, Margarita Schulpen. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in law with business, Ryan Ackhurst, Adiegepu Adewomi, Alabami Akinyemi. Michael Bacon, Ramona Bakshi, Daniel Bean. Lauren Clay, Alicia Collins, Hannah Dawson. Georgia Dixon, Lauren Howe, Adiola Adiomi. Jacob Kirkham, Alexandra Lowe, Jyoti Odera. Jolyn Ogu, Jamini Patel, Abdul Rana. Luke Russell, Emma Shaw, Simran Sondi. Gabrielle Vinson, Ratuna Chigora, Sherilyn Saduku, Michael Masheka, Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in law with criminology, Hester Calder, Hannah Durham, Josephine Frost, Alexandra Hughes, Elsie Palmer, Bethany Quant. Jessica Tudor, Motun Reu Akiyemi, Amy Alfieri. Emma Bailey, Robin Baxter, Christopher Clark. Sheila Clark, Emma Cousins, Ashley Crawford. Mercy Dick DeBeer, Gemma Dodds, Emerald Dempton Gray. Daniel Ellis, Shannon Gilbert, Melissa Gray. Jodie Hall, Jasmine Jackson, Jamal Jervis. Gabriella Kent, Nina Cushy, Jonathan Lewis. Magdalena Marsek, Winifred Billy, Zael Prosser. Alexander Riley, Natalie Robinson, Chelsea Sharman. Miriam Thomas Jardi, Afia Yaheni. Olivia Wintz, Sheriff Babatunde. Jack Boyfield, Bethany Cooper, Karami Dalali Wali. Renika Droach, Charlotte Farrier, Natalie Foster. Simon Grocott, Mandeep Jakpal. Rambinda Kandola, Sarah Kelly. Priya Soni, Olivia Stockwood. Amy Stone, Benjamin Stringer. Abigail Teresa, Brooke Toon. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in Law and Psychology, Bethan Hatton Evans, Abby Jones, Chloe Pryor. Mareka Standow, Iram Akhtar, Kazima Barrett. Dilpreet Katar, Fiona King, Cole Lacey. Lily Lowe, Zara Mahmood, Kate O'Neill. Lauren Spinks, Hannah Stammers. Helen Tonks, Wakas Kutreshi. Master of Laws degree, Michael Palmer. Bachelor of Laws degree, Sandra Amadi, Isoma Elelumi, Anna Marie Adesco. Akua Yaboa, Jordan Weston, Shannon Lee Belgrave, Danielle McNicholas, Rory Armstrong, Surjal Singh. Sabrina Carr, Sarah Ali, Aphrodite Paraskova. I now invite the Vice-Chancellor to present our next award this morning. This award goes to a graduate who has just received a Bachelor of Laws degree. This graduate demonstrated key leadership ability during his time here, particularly as leader of the Politics Society at NTU. In this role, he used both social media and traditional media to encourage young people to engage with public debate and politics. He contributed to the Huffington Post website, as well as local outlets such as the Nottingham Evening Post, BBC Radio Nottingham, and Nottingham TV. Acutely aware of the problems of alienation from mainstream political life of ethnic minority young people, this graduate took it upon himself to highlight the issue. He facilitated a visit by BBC Television to the university to talk to ethnic minority students for the Sunday Politics show. They took part in a debate involving two senior MPs on the importance of politicians taking notice of the ethnic minority vote. This graduate has drawn upon his experiences to help the wider community and was a mentor for sixth form students in an area of Nottingham as part of the Inspire Mentor scheme. He also mentored Nottingham students here at NTU, running drop-in sessions and workshops, as well as actively contributing to university community communications. This graduate is very aware of the special duties for civic and political life placed upon lawyers, and he argued that all law students should consider becoming mentors in an article for the magazine Young Lawyer. With ambitions to practice as a barrister, we wish this graduate every success. The Vice-Chancellor's Award for Nottingham Law School is presented to Christian Weaver. That concludes the presentation of awards from Nottingham Law School to former students at this morning's ceremony.
In absentia. Vice-Chancellor, I invite you to confer degrees on those candidates who have not been presented to you in person, but who have indicated that they wish their awards to be conferred in their absence. I certify that these graduates are worthy of their awards, and I stand as proxy for them. Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. Christian Weaver, who earlier received an LLB Honours in Law and the Vice-Chancellor's Award on his birthday, will now propose the student vote of thanks.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's my genuine honour to have been asked to offer the vote of thanks today on behalf of myself and all of my fellow Nottingham Law School graduates. I'm confident that I speak for all in acknowledging that an untold amount of hard work has gone into making our times at university a success, as well as this graduation ceremony here today in honour of our achievements. I'd like to start my speech by first giving thanks to these people. May I thank the Vice-Chancellor and the Deans of School for presenting us with our awards today. All teaching staff for guidance and tutorial support, and other university staff for their contribution to the success of graduates during their time at university, the Academic Office ceremonial team for organising today's graduation, and a huge thanks to our family, friends, and fellow graduates who supported us through the times when things were going well and the times when things were going not so well. Indeed, on a personal note, I'm sure that many of the things I've been able to achieve would not have been possible if it were not for the support of my parents. Now, graduation is an interesting time. Having reached this milestone in our lives, we begin to ask those questions that we've been able to ignore while still in the safety net of the education system. Questions like, what am I actually going to do with my life? Now, after Google searching these questions for a bit longer than I care to admit, not only can I assure you that these thoughts are in fact normal for all students, but in fact, all people of all ages generally too. They probably won't go away. Notwithstanding this, we, Nottingham Law School students here today, can take great comfort in the knowledge that the tutors, friends, employability team, and pastoral supporters we've met during our time at university have given us a significant advantage in this area, and I'm sure that they'll be able to provide their pearls of wisdom even now that our uni days are over. In terms of my personal time at NTU, it's been one I remember very positively. I've met some incredible individuals, and the staff I've encountered have been incredibly supportive. On the social side of things, I'll miss the nights out. I'll miss not being able to use my NUS student discount card for literally every single purchase I make, no matter how tiny. And finally, in a strange way, a very strange way, I'll miss the sense of camaraderie that many of us felt when dissertation and coursework deadlines loomed, and we'd enter the library on a Monday morning and genuinely not leave till Wednesday afternoon. The mutual pressures we faced actually led to some great friendships being formed. Although we've all reached the end of this journey, the lessons we've learned, the friends we've made, and the degrees we've attained all have a place in the next chapter of our lives. That's all for me to say, but class of 2015, let's show our appreciation, not only for our own hard work that has led to us graduating, but also to our peers, our tutors, our families, and everybody else who made this incredible journey possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Christian. I now invite the Vice-Chancellor to draw this ceremony to a close.
Graduates, doesn't that sound good? Graduates, let me add my congratulations to that of the Pro-Vice-Chancellor. And also my thanks to Paul for his exemplary acceptance speech of his honorary degree. It's a pleasure to have you join our community. And the way you link the past, the present, the future, I think was just really inspiring. So thank you for that. Congratulations to Joe again on your VC's Teaching Award. And also thanks to Christian for what I thought was the most eloquent vote of thanks, and happy birthday. As you walked across the stage, the expressions on your faces told me all that I needed to know. I saw pleasure and I saw pride. These were shared by all of us on the platform and all your friends and family in the audience. My colleagues and I came into university life for moments like this, when we celebrate the success of the group of young people who are about to go out and make the world a better place for us all. You've just graduated from a university that values ideas, creates opportunity, enriches society, and connects globally. Indeed, these are the themes that have shaped our new strategy, creating the university of the future. The strategy will ensure that we continue to evolve, so that university is at the forefront of excellence in education. We consulted with our colleagues across all three of our campuses, with our students, through Nottingham Trent Students' Union, and with external stakeholders. The resulting strategy is bold in ambition, clear in approach, and practical in action. I've only time today to give a flavour of what we're going to do with an example from within each of these themes. Valuing ideas, we'll see the development of the Trent Institute for Learning and Teaching, which will cement NTU's place in the vanguard of innovation in learning and teaching. Creating opportunity will mean that in time, every student will undertake a work placement assessed as part of their degree. On the theme of enriching society, we are creating a fund to invest in small and medium-sized companies, including student startups, that will increase the numbers of student placements and graduate jobs, along the way enhancing the vibrancy of the regional economy. Connecting globally will see us develop a small number of institutional partnerships with universities, businesses, and public services in key cities around the world, starting in Chandigarh in India. As you can see, we will continue to work hard to make you as proud of NTU as we are of you today. As we develop further our national and international reputation, your degree from NTU will become ever more valuable to you. Please keep in touch with us, as you do with the friends for life that you've made here. Like them, we want to hear about your progress in your chosen careers over the forthcoming years. Thank you for all you have done for our university and for your fellow students during your time with us, running and participating in student societies, singing in the choir, volunteering in the community, and so much more. It is our students that make our university what it is. As you leave us, you become our greatest ambassadors. My very best wishes for the future. I declare this graduation ceremony closed.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. We would now like to invite you to join us for some refreshments. These are available in the Newton building, which can be reached through the Nottingham Conference Centre, and we look forward to seeing you there. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the processional music and remain standing while the platform party leave the hall.